the gadgets in the Arkham series. I, on my own, without you, because you were gone off, ooh, I'm married, I got a life doing your own thing.
That's messed up.
I went through and I gauged all of them. I picked the best.
All of
cream
them?
of the crop. Well, I picked the 5 best. Spoiler alert, there will be another 5 best at some point in the future, but we are through the best gadgets in the Arkham series now. Now we're taking a look at the worst ones.
Why am I always here for the bad videos? Something's negative, I'm here.
People like your negativity.
They do?
Frankly. They love your negative energy.
Seriously?
So I want you to really channel that today.
That's really cool.
You've got the list, so why don't you just start us off with the first one?
Yeah, our first one, number 5 on the list, which is our best of the worst. That's
Okay.
going to be Joker's goggles from Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, the X-ray specs.
Indeed. Those things are, they're super fun, but they're useless. And here's why. You put them on, and there are parts of me that, like, I really enjoy parts of it, I should say. But then you put them on, and you can't move at all. You're just stationary. So it's not really beneficial. Like, you put them on, you get kind of a quick sense, then you put them away. It'd be useful if you could walk around and move with them on. But
Two things to add into this, by the way. Some people might not even know what this is from, because in Arkham Asylum, in the PS3 version, you could play as Joker, and they brought it back in the Return to Arkham version. So, if you haven't experienced this, if you're just an old Xbox 360 player, that's sort of why you maybe haven't experienced this. But
that's a great point.
With that said, once you play as this character and you use the X-ray specs, I think that's the real problem, is that this is just a terrible version of detective mode. It makes a fun sound, it goes into first-person view, and it has like a fun little like, whoa, like spiraling vibe to it. But like in general, it's fairly useless. There's nothing going on here, and frankly, like the making yourself stationary almost makes it more beneficial to not use this and to just kind of walk around and keep your eyes open.
It does. It totally does. And so it's like he's got a few other really cool gadgets. Like, I thought before we played and checked it out that the teeth were completely useless in stealth. It's actually kind of cool. You basically have a remote control, like, chattering teeth that explode on impact.
It's like the remote control Batarang, but it's an instant takedown. It's like an actual KO.
Exactly.
So that's actually good.
And his gun is really cool too.
But this is by far his worst gadget.
You won't really use it, to be honest with you. So it's the one thing, and I feel like in a Joker stealth situation, like, I don't know, like, it just doesn't really seem like it's helpful at all. So
no.
Yeah, I would put that at number 5. Number 4, we've got, and this one is a bold one, so bear with us here, the Eskrima sticks for Nightwing. I mean, probably in all of his games, but I would say especially for me in Arkham City.
Yeah, Arkham City is where they really suffer. And these are definitely a gadget because you actually can select these to throw them.
Yes.
They're not just something he holds in his hands.
Correct.
Like, these are a throwable gadget that works okay. It's like a worse Batarang, except it does fly around and hit multiple people. Mm-hmm. But it sort of breaks up the flow of the combo, like you said. It doesn't really seem to flow right. There's just something on the timing of it that's really weird compared to every other move in all of the games. And it leads into a lot of terrible combo moves, like especially the shockwave, the electric shockwave, where you can dive down and you hold L2 square or L2 X depending on your platform, and you dive down and you smash into the ground. It sends out a shockwave. It's just awful. There's a lot awful about Nightwing's playstyle. I mean, he's fun.
Yes.
Like, it's fun to play as him, but like, there's not a lot that he does better than anyone else.
No, and I think, and maybe it's just a personal thing too, I never deliberately went out of my, like, when he would come out and I could play as him, I'd do it like once or twice.
Yeah.
But I'm never able to get a flow and a rhythm and a combo going with Nightwing like I can really with any of the other characters. For some reason, his flow is off, and that might just be more of, like, I guess, like, I'm focusing on Nightwing as a whole. But his Eskrima sticks are a big part of that, because like, his combat is slowed down by the use of those. And the gadget itself, like, there's one move that's okay where he, like, connects the sticks, and there's, like, lightning that shoots to a bunch of different guys. That one is fine. But like you said, like, the one that throws around and the shockwave, like, it's just not a great gadget that, like, I got a lot of use out of when I was using him, which wasn't often, I guess. But those sticks, I think, were what kind of hurt his combat as a whole, and was one of the reasons why I didn't play as him, which is a bummer, I guess, because he's a cool character. I think he's a cool character design, and I like the idea of the sticks. I guess don't like how they turned out.
For sure. Same here.
Yeah. So our third on the list, number 3, is going to be the Disruptor.
Ooh.
From Arkham Origins.
I hate this.
Yes.
So the Disruptor from Arkham Knight is on the list of best gadgets. That thing is a cheat code.
It's incredible.
I mean, the Disruptor in Arkham Knight, you hit a medic in the back. All of a sudden, the next time they try to revive someone, they get blown up and it doesn't revive them. It just shocks them to death. You hit a mine, it blows up the mine, takes out an enemy on top of it. You hit a mine on someone's back, it makes it so when they put it down, it'll blow up. You hit a gun, it disables it. You hit a gun twice, it'll blow up when they fire. That thing is doing everything.
It does everything on the map.
But when you get to Arkham Origins, it's awful. I mean, this is a bad gadget because the problem is that, like, there are a lot of ledges in Arkham Origins. Like, a lot of areas where there's like I would say up to knee-high, like, not a fence, but like a guard for like falling off of a platform, or like a hand railing, something like that. And the problem with this version of the gadget is the shots fall off. So it's sort of like in Battlefield. This is the best example I can think of. When you're firing with a sniper, your bullet falls over time. That's sort of like a big draw to a realistic game like that. But the thing with this is that your jamming shot falls off. It like has gravity affecting it, and you are at such a close distance that it's actually hard to judge that. And half the time it'll end up like hitting something too low and just counting as like wasting your ammo, but not actually jamming anything at all.
Well, see, I think that's part of the problem too. Is that I think in Night, if I remember right, if you miss, you don't lose that spot. You don't lose that amount of ammo.
You don't.
You have to hit someone for it to count. Origins doesn't do that. And I think what's annoying about that drop distance that you're talking about is that's not a factor in any other like long range attack in the game. Like you throw a Batarang, there's not like a drop distance on the Batarang. Like you just lock onto someone and it hits them where you aim, regardless of distance.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing to put drop distance on just randomly and make it more difficult for the player, which doesn't make sense. I think it should be consistent with the rest of the long-range attacks in the game. So I agree. I think that's really dumb.
I understand their reasoning if it's like, well, it's his first version of it, but it's like to go back and just make it a severely nerfed version when every other gadget is just as good or better in the game. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. No, I agree.
Number
2 on the list is actually going to be from Arkham City.
Ooh.
And that's going to be Catwoman.
Catwoman, the whole.
That's
Are you calling her a gadget?
She is a gadget. Misogynist. Yes.
No, she's a snack for sure.
She is a snack. Yeah, no, it is her caltrops, I believe is how
it's
said.
For caltrops are terrible.
They're real bad.
You're making me nervous messing with that sock, man. I feel like that's your gadget.
I know. I am moving around
You have like some kind of fidgeting thing going on.
I know. I don't know what it is. I'm a little twitchy.
It's
right
okay.
Now.
It's all right. I'll help you with that later.
But you're such a good friend.
Catwoman's caltrops are terrible though because they really act as a mine. Like you throw them on the ground, you wait for someone to walk over them, but the hit detection on them doesn't always work right.
No, and you're just gonna, for the flow of combat as well, you're kind of just throwing them out there and hoping it hits them. And if it does, it's really not doing you a lot of good in the grand scheme of your combat flow and your rhythm.
It's a minor inconvenience to the enemy you're fighting.
Yeah, and really, it's not helping you that much. I think I used them once to see what they did, and then never again did I use that gadget.
Yeah.
And I just didn't find it to be that helpful really at all. I found them to be relatively useless. And she has her whip, and then I believe it's like bolas or it's like things that like
you throw. It's like a rope with 2 metal balls on the end, and they would wrap around someone and knock them down. Batman used that a lot too in the animated series, actually.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
So that is a tool that he's used in the past in different versions too. But that is actually useful because it does what it's supposed to do. It's a Batarang clone,
right?
But it does its job.
And it actually, exactly. It does its job and it slows people down. This one is just more of, like you said, it's a minor inconvenience. I didn't ever find it useful. And I don't know, like I don't think they're that cool either.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it'd be more interesting, I guess, if they were maybe exploding and it kind of like made the guys dance or something. You know what I mean? Or if like there was something that went on with it. If there was, I guess,
that's
you know
a weird,
what I mean?
weird concept. But yes, I do know.
You know what I mean? Like if it'd
be really cool if it made them dance, and then all of a sudden they started taking their shirts off, and I'm like, oh man, you're going in depth there.
Get a little ambitious there, but
I agree with you. Yeah, there's not a lot to this gadget in both like appeal of gameplay or of style.
Yeah.
So let's get to the final one. What is the absolute worst in the Arkham series in our opinion?
The absolute worst gadget, in our opinion, is the concussion detonator from Batman Arkham Origins.
The concussion detonator is worthless.
Indeed.
This thing is so pointless. And someone's going to come in the comments and be like, well, actually, if you hit them with the concussion detonator, it stuns them and then they start swinging around randomly. And it's like, okay, but you can just hit them with a smoke pellet and do that to like 5 guys instead.
That's correct.
This is worthless. I mean, the snap flash was thought of. Like, we thought about putting the snap flash on this list.
Yeah.
But this is worse because this is the snap flash, but someone's throwing it and it's your main character in the story. And they make a big deal out of you like going and getting this at the Batcave.
Oh, this
like
is
it's gonna help you.
Oh yeah, this is like from City when you get the REC gadget.
Yeah,
It's like
the-
a quick slow like, oh, whoa,
Oh,
no.
I got it now. They act like it's gonna be some big help to you.
It's
and it's
not,
the
though.
dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's
Yeah.
so bad. I would say it's Batman's worst gadget for him in the entire series, and not only that, it's probably the most useless gadget out of any character
All
in the
the
entire
characters.
series.
I would
Because
agree.
it serves no purpose. Anything that this can do, other things can do better, and it's just a waste of time.
Well, because it just stuns them, right?
Yeah.
Just hit
I mean,
B or
it
circle.
stuns them, but the difference is they'll start like kind of swinging around.
That's not really helpful.
No, it's
You know
not.
what I mean?
And
'Cause-
here's the thing, too. Like, the one reason to use this, do you know what it is?
no.
To increase your combo variation. Because it's in the game. That's it. So to increase your score, I guess.
Great.
Yeah, so you
that-
throw it. I've done that before where I'll be playing, I'll throw it out once in a combo. That's it. I'll just avoid the guy. Then I'll move on to someone else.
Well,
It
that's
served
the
no
thing
purpose.
too. Is that guy can still hit you if
He
you get
can,
in
yes.
his way? So it's like it's like a random pattern that's not normally in the like flow of the combat. So that guy could hit you and ruin your combo later.
Yeah, it's a worthless piece of garbage.
It really
There's
is. It's
no
stupid.
reason to take your time on this one, and it's just, ugh.
And
It's just
I,
gross.
I will say, if it worked on like bigger guys,
Yeah.
like on guys like say Titan guys from Asylum, that's helpful because you're throwing it and then they're immediately swinging. That's not the case with this one.
No,
so,
it doesn't. It does not.
No.
So hey, these are our absolute worst gadgets in the Batman Arkham series. We want to know what yours are. What are your worst gadgets? Maybe you hate the Batarang. Maybe you absolutely hate it. It's disgusting. You would rather be playing a Superman game. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Hey, be sure to check out the Discord where we, as a community of gamers who live in a society where we wear purple, dance around, and obsess over waifus like She-Hulk, who has become one of my new favorite waifus. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, join the Discord where we talk about stuff. Twitter, Instagram, I was going to say Facebook, don't have one. Patreon, we got one. So hey, check it out. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. This was awkward. Hey, check out She-Hulk. She's really hot.